Hey designers, in this tutorial let's make a small animation like this. Each step will be guided to you, so watch the full tutorial to ensure you don't miss anything. Okay. Before we dive into the video, please subscribe to my channel. Let's begin by creating a new composition. Now, select the pen tool and draw a line without any fill and set the stroke value to 9. Next, use the anchor point tool to move the anchor point to the top. Then, navigate to the Align panel and horizontally align the line. Finally, align the line to the top. Now, let's duplicate this line by pressing Ctrl+D. Move the duplicated layer to align it at the bottom. Next, use the anchor point tool to relocate the anchor point to the bottom. Rename this layer Bottom, and the original layer Top, for clarity. Next, let's create a line in between. Use the pen tool again to draw a line in the center. Zoom in to ensure it aligns perfectly with the top and bottom lines without any breaks. Now, ensure the anchor point is in the center. Now, select the center line, go to Effects and Presets, and search for CC Pixel Poly. Drag and drop it onto this layer. Now, let's adjust the options for the effect. Set the start time to 2 seconds. Move the timeline indicator to the 2-second frame to preview the effect. The line breaks into several parts. Adjust the gravity to 0 to control the movement. Set the force center to apply force from the left side, causing the line to break on the right and particles to flow to the right. Fine-tune the settings as needed and play to preview the effect. Looks good. After adjusting the force center, move the timeline indicator back to the 2-second frame. Since the center line is breaking, we want the top and bottom lines to move to the right as well. Select both the top and bottom layers and press R for rotation. Add a keyframe for rotation. Now, move a few frames forward and individually adjust the rotation of the bottom line to the right. Followed by the rotation of the top line to the right. Let's preview to see how it looks. After a few frames, we want the lines to move further to the right. Select the bottom layer first and move it to the right. Then adjust the top layer to match. After a few more frames, repeat the process to move them even further to the right. Let's preview to see the effect. Okay, looks better. ensure no layer is selected. Then, take the ellipse tool and draw a circle with no stroke and a white fill. Select the circle and double-click on the anchor point icon while pressing Ctrl or Command on the keyboard to center the anchor point. Adjust the position of the circle using the selection tool, moving it near the line. Move the timeline indicator to the 2-second frame and ensure the circle touches the line. Vertically and horizontally center the circle on the frame. Then move it slightly to the left. Press P for position and add a keyframe. Move a few frames backward and move the circle slightly to the left again. Now, move the timeline indicator to the first keyframe and move the circle outside the frame. After the 2-second mark, move the timeline indicator a few frames forward, say to the 3-second frame, and move the circle all the way to the right. Let's review the animation. Looks good. Now, select all the keyframes and press F9 to apply Easy Ease. Then, place your cursor on one of the keyframes and double-click while pressing Alt or Command on your keyboard to open the keyframe velocity menu. Set the influence to 90 on both the incoming and outgoing velocity. Let's review the animation again. Okay, looks good, but let's make some minor adjustments to ensure the circle perfectly touches the line when it breaks. Alright, it looks perfect now. Close the properties. Next, move the timeline indicator to a frame just before the circle touches the line, a few frames earlier. We want to apply the blinking glow effect at this point. Go to Layer, New, Adjustment Layer. In the Effects and Presets panel, search for Glow, and drag it onto the adjustment layer. Increase the glow radius to 30 or 35. Now, click on the stopwatch next to glow radius. Move the timeline indicator 5 frames forward. From frame 20 to frame 25. And set the glow radius to 0. Repeat this process. Move 5 frames forward. Set glow radius to 30. Move 5 frames forward. Set it to 0. And so on until the ball touches the line. Once the ball touches the line, stop this sequence. Let's review the animation. Okay, it looks good. Your animation is complete. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to my channel.